Thank you, sir. Okay, Lynn, coming in a little bit narrow, believe it or not. And usually I'm fighting to not let you get too wide. You know, we've kind of gone back and forth over the years. But what I'm seeing is there's just not quite enough room to come down and through aggressively. You got wide shoulders, you got pretty solid legs. I think we need to take the feet out just slightly and then definitely take the toes out or the heels in slightly. I also want you, when you sit into the stance, just push the knees out over the toes. Maximize your space without necessarily getting too wide. Let's have you face camera and set up, and let's see what it's looking like right now. Okay. How does it feel when you're up over the ball? Is the pressure, you want the load bearing on the quads, never any tension up in the hip flexors. Does that feel comfortable? That looks pretty solid to me. If it feels too...
out like an inch.
Okay, I think that's about all you need. Okay, let's go with that. Go ahead and stand back where you were. And the other things we had coming in, front end, really tense. And you've always had a little issue with, you're a right-hander, right? I'm sorry. But anyway, you've always had a little tension with that left shoulder. Remember how you used to jam it up in the air a little bit? Yeah, but you're real tense on the front end. It looks like you're gripping that ball in a death grip. Okay? We need to relax it. Just enough fingertip pressure to hold the ball from above is about the grip that you need to snap a football. Okay? The other thing we had is I think you were a little weight back, so you're a little flat-footed. And when you're flat-footed, your leg drive can be all world, but the problem is directionality is it's going to be straight up and down like a hack squat. Okay? We need that leg drive back from the balls of the feet through the hips towards your target a little bit so that it can converge with the energy coming down the spine and be pointed straight at your target, and all that energy goes in one direction. Right? Okay, so we need to fix that. And then your front end was a little bit too low. We don't have you listed as overextended. Colin thought your wrist was a little overcocked at first, but I didn't see that later on. I think what it is just maybe we need to change the shoulders to hip slope angle by bringing you a little higher here. And if you need to bring the ball slightly closer so you're not overextended or tense, we can do that, okay? Now, did we play with tilting the ball to relieve tension, or what else have you done with that today?
We did, but when I tilt it up, my left hand is over.
Messes you up? Then don't do it. Okay, let's see what it looks like, and if we can come up with any other adaptations, we'll do that. First thing I'm going to do is three-step you, okay? All right. Ready? I'm going to pull you forward. That gets your knee bend to 90 degrees or less. It straightens your back and fully extends your arm. I'm going to raise you up, maximizing operating room under the torso. Then I'm going to push you back into your hips towards your target so your heels touch the ground, knees are over the toes, you're solid on your feet. Does that feel comfortable and relaxed? Okay, the arms don't feel tense? Let her rip. That's back to the snapping that we're used to from you. Now, I think we're missing a little power out of gut crunch, maybe. Maybe a little out of leg drive, believe it or not. And we're going to get on the hill tomorrow, which I think will do a lot of that. You have a hill you can work on in Boston? I know some places in Revere I could send you, stuff like that. There's that nice sloping hill, though, near the stadium, right? At the end of the Huntington line or something? Okay. It's the green line, Huntington line, right? Am I wrong? I know. Yeah. Which one is it that goes to BC?
Cleveland Circle, and then there's a BC one. It's called Boston College.
Okay. Okay. You got a BU ball. Is it? Oh, it's a C. Okay. You got me worried there. Okay. All right. You ready? Okay. Just get aggressive, man. Quit being such a nice guy. Let her rip. There you go. How's that feel? Very solid on the feet, technically sound, fundamentally sound. Let's have you do one more.
My upper body swings really heavy back before it should be. And when I get it.
That looks awesome. You've done power drills? We'll probably come back to those in a minute. I'll spend a little time with you on it. But yeah, do a little crunching work, and we'll get you where you need to be. You're looking good. Feeling solid on your feet, balanced. You're not flat-footed any longer. Let her rip. And that's the wider stance too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Any questions?
Nope.
You're looking good. So we worked on arm extension, we worked on balance, getting your knees direct over the toes so you're a little more on the balls of your feet, improving gut crunch and leg drive. I still want you doing some hill drills, I want you doing some power drills and stuff like that, but overall we've pretty much brought you back to really good looking V1 form, okay? Let's go ahead and make sure everything's set right. We took a lot of tension out of that front end and the shoulders too, didn't we? Loosen the grip and stuff like that. Looks solid. How you feel? Thing you need to remember, drive through the head, or drive the chin. Lead with the head, basically, so you can get a little more gut crunch going on with that. Overall, it looks good. No tension in the left shoulder. I'm real impressed with that. There you go. Does that feel better? Yeah. Looking pretty